My name's Angelo Balistreri with Prier Products, a frostproof wall hydrant manufacturer here in Kansas City, Missouri. This video is to help you determine what is the proper length of a frostproof wall hydrant that you need for your application. Many manufacturers are going to offer varying different sizes, and it's important to understand that this is critical to ensure you have the proper freeze protection. If it's too short, water can stay in the freeze zone, which can then expand and possibly rupture or lead to leaks inside your wall. So we want to make sure that we understand how important it is to get the right length. Many manufacturers are going to have something as small as a close couple. This is typically just shy of a couple inches long and doesn't give a whole lot of frost protection. Then we go up in 2-inch increments, typically all the way up to 24 inches long to give the most frost protection. Now, the way a frostproof wall hydrant is going to operate is there is a operating rod or a stem that's connected to the handle that you turn the valve on and off. In doing so, you're opening and closing a bib washer on the back end of the hydrant that is shutting off the water and opening for flow. When you turn your hydrant off, the water should vacate the pipe and out the spout as long as we've removed the hose, the timer, or the splitter, nothing trapping the water inside the unit. Once this becomes hollow and we have freezing conditions, there's no water left to expand and rupture your copper pipe. However, we do also have to keep in mind that in smaller applications, not only are we worried about the hydrant, we're worried about the connection as well. And that's why we want to make sure you have the right length. First thing to factor is, where do you live? What climate zone are you in? Looking at this frost line map here, you can see that obviously the further south we are, less frost protection you would need. But as you move up through the north, the more frost protection we're going to want to have to ensure proper protection. So if you're living in Arizona, Florida, 4 inches or less is probably going to be sufficient. As you move to the Midwest, you're going to want something probably like a 10 to 14 inch for proper protection. And as we go further north, say maybe Minnesota, New York, you're probably going to want something longer than 20 inches to give you adequate protection from the freezing elements. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is, where is your water supply? If you have a basement, you're going to have a little bit more of a variable how far in you can go into that heated space to give proper protection. If you're in a crawl space, it's similar to the basement, but we want to ensure that your crawl space is going to stay above 32 degrees so we can ensure that your water supply is always protected from freezing elements. Now, if you don't have a crawl space or a basement, maybe we have a slab foundation. We're a little bit more limited of the application, typically leading us to put smaller valves in so we can put them into that exterior wall, or you're trying to hit a T-wall where your exterior wall meets an interior wall and that hydrant then can protrude into that, giving you more frost protection on that application. Now, in the case where this may be in an exterior wall, the hydrant is going to be protected. Again, that water supply is what we want to protect as well. So if you are putting this into a colder climate zone and you're putting something as small as a close couple in a wall, we want to make sure you're using proper insulation, or even better yet, maybe a heat source to protect your water supply from the freezing conditions. Now, we know there are several different options out there, and we know that this can be a little confusing. Please know we're here to help you. If you should have questions about what frostproof length that you may need, please give us a call. Our customer service and sales team are here to help at any time. As always, thank you for choosing Prier. Have a great day.